Hey YouTube land, welcome to my video while I'm out on my skateboard today because I haven't taken it out too often this summer. And we are in the fall right now. This is the month of October in Canada. A little cool, but great sunny day for a skateboard. And I think the sun's behind me, right? So let me just move this camera to the side. So the reason I'm out here today is because the question on the video is the DJI SPARK still relevant in the year 2019? Well, as of today, you know, in the month of October, I'll say yes. Yes, it's still relevant because there's nothing else on the market in that price range with obstacle avoidance and the ability to follow you, active track. Yeah, there's nothing else like it for the price you get. Now, of course, everybody's about to type on their little keyboards right now, the DJI SPARK is discontinued. Yes, I believe it is discontinued. So even though it's discontinued, it's still relevant because DJI hasn't replaced it. Normally DJI will put out a new drone, then after about 6 months, discontinue, or a year, discontinue the older version. But things are weird this time, you know, they just don't produce the SPARK anymore. Oop, bump coming up. And if you look on the B&H website, it says, well, it says discontinued. So I have to assume it's pretty much a discontinued drone. So with that being said, if you can find a DJI SPARK on sale in your area, because retailers still have them, but not many retailers, if you can find one on sale, well, I'm about to squish a bug. If you can find one on sale, then pick one up because they're pretty awesome for what they can do. Now, a lot of people think the DJI SPARK's a toy, but it's definitely not a toy. It is an awesome, awesome drone, and I use it each time I go on vacation or travels because it fits in my suitcase and my luggage quite well. Matter of fact, I'm going to throw a backpack on and it's going to be in there, and I'm going to have the controller and the actual SPARK, and I'm going to take it with me up here to do some filming. And yeah, that's what's so great about it. Enough said. I say the DJI SPARK is relevant until it's replaced. DJI is making a smaller drone, which we believe is the case. That small drone will be maybe 249 grams. It should have a lot of the features of the SPARK, maybe some other ones, but it is smaller. And when you get a smaller drone, they don't do super well in the wind, but they should still be pretty good. So looking forward to that one. All right, I'm jibber-jabbering too much, so let me just pull out my DJI SPARK and take it for a spin. All right, here we are out. I've got my backpack, and inside I've got the DJI SPARK in here and the controller. That's pretty much all I need. I could use only my phone if I want it, but I'm going to use my phone and the controller. And this is why I say it's such a great travel option, because it doesn't take up a lot of space. Now, I do have a hard case for the SPARK, but it's bigger, so I only take that if I travel far where I have to throw something in the car. But for hiking and backpacking, it's pretty much all you need. As I mentioned, it's one of the few drones with a obstacle avoidance sensor right here and the ability for active track. And it is pretty much the only drone in its price range that can follow you down a hill and up a hill in active track. It's pretty sweet. And you don't even need the controller. You can just pick yourself and it will follow you and you leave this behind. Now, of course, as of the taping of this video, this is the best follow me drone in the price range. If you want to spend like $1,000 or more, you can get the Skydio 2, which is coming out. It might even be out by the time this video is out. That is an extremely heavy drone. It's massively heavy. So it's probably going to be a little bit noisier than the SPARK, because when you have to lift all that weight, yeah, the props are going to be really pushing a lot of air. And when you push a lot of air, you make a lot of sound, especially if you're pushing the air fast. All right, power you on, 2 pushes, once, twice. Power on the controller, start it up. Take it up. Goes up really nice and slow. So I want to track me. So I'm going to go into flight modes, active track, draw a square around me. I should be good. Go. And it should be tracking me. Now I'm heading towards a dog park, so hopefully I don't run into a bunch of dogs. Oh, here comes a guy with a dog right now. I don't want to freak your dog out with the sound of that.
Oh, no problem.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going down a hill now, and everything should be good. And I'm gonna take it through here. Hasn't lost me yet. I'm gonna go up this hill. Little incline. So here I am up here. Can you hear the SPARK? I can't even hear it. It's pretty quiet behind me, but I'm still in the shot. All I hear is the wheels on my skateboard cruising around. So here we go. I'm just going in this area. I'll go a big circle. Little Sparky should follow me. You got me, SPARK? I'm turning. I'm a turning. Oh, it still got me. Now I'm hoping the SPARK doesn't hit any trees or anything, because I haven't adjusted anything. I've just left the height as it is. If it hits a tree, oh well. That's bad for the Spark, but we'll just see what happens. I'm going through all these obstacles here. I'm going through a more congested area. Still got me. Come around this way. Wow, I'm surprised. It's doing quite well. So if I was on vacation or something and I wanted the Spark to just track me, this is good. I'm not even controlling it so it doesn't hit the trees over, see over here on the right, I have a pile of trees. I've just left it at the same height and I've told it to just keep following me at that height. So it's doing what it does quite well, actually. Oh, there's a person with a dog over there. They better turn left because I'm coming right at them. Hey puppy, nope, go that way, wrong way puppy. I'm coming up to a gazebo up ahead and I'm just gonna go under the gazebo and see what happens with this here Sparky guy. Nice little lawn chairs out there. Let's bring down some speed. And here we go, going under the gazebo. What are you gonna do, Spark? You're gonna lose me. You're gonna lose me. What's it gonna do? I'm going under. It's, I'm out the other side. Oh, it's, whoa! It's lost me as it almost goes into the top, but it didn't crash. That's the cool thing. So it's up there. You could probably see it way up in the sky. Coming around, you can see the Spark up there. It just waits for you to tell it what to do after it loses you. All right, Spark, I'm down here. All right, for this next segment, I'm gonna bring the Spark down lower. I know you're probably saying, well, that's just foolish to bring it lower because then it's gonna crash, but we'll try it. I'm just gonna go over there and we'll bring it down lower. Let's see if it can follow me around this gazebo. I'm gonna go way out on the outer edge. I'm going around, you might lose my head. Here's my arms up in the air. Oh no, it still got me. The gazebo's right there. I didn't hear any metal clanking, so it's flown over the gazebo, okay? All right. So now when I fly, I can control the height. Let me see, can I bring it down? I should be able to. I can do little things like this. I can make it rotate around me. There we go. I told it to rotate around me. So here, as I'm going, it's going to rotate. So it's coming around. I don't know what speed it rotates. It's got no sensors on the side, so it's kind of dangerous to rotate it, but that's what it's doing now. It's going around me. It's rotating. So see up ahead, that's downhill. I'm going to go slow here because as I go downhill, the sides of the walls go up. So it could cause a problem for the Spark, but let's see if it follows me straight down. I've got it following me from behind. I'm gonna switch it to follow me from front when I get to the bottom of this hill. So yeah, it's doing okay. No problem whatsoever. Picking up speed here. All right, I put the Spark away up there. Now what's gonna happen is as I move forward towards it, it's gonna wrap around on the side. It tends to do that. Let's just go and come at it. Let's see if my skateboard's got enough power to pull me up. Yeah, see there she goes, she's going backwards. It likes to follow you from the back. Goes profile to the side and then it should start following me. It's all due to the sensors. It only has sensors in the front, so it doesn't like to go backwards. You can make it go backwards if you wish. Like right now, it's right there. And if I turn around, so if I come at it, I'm gonna go slow. It should be going backwards. There we go. It's got no sensors in the back, so it doesn't really care for that. It might crash. Is it gonna crash? Woohoo! I just see it going so close to bushes and everything. Oh, she's going back home. So let me just go this way. As long as it doesn't go up and hit those cables up top. Don't hit the electrical cables. Don't hit the electrical cables. Don't hit the electrical cables. Please don't hit the electrical cables. Okay. Uh-oh, it might go into the electrical cables. This might be bad. Which way is it going? It's going over the electrical cables. Let me move the camera down. Do you see where it is? It's returning to home. Look what it's doing. Is it going to come down on the electrical cables? I better get over there. Oh, landing. Okay, coming down. Let's get up there. Coming down. It looks like it's going to miss the electrical cables. So I'm coming up with my skateboard, looking up, not watching where I'm going. All right, baby. Coming down, coming down. Can it land in my hand? Hey, my DJI SPARK survived not hitting the electrical cables. I was pretty close. I know I could have turned off the return to home, but I was as curious as you to see if it would hit them or come down safely. If it got too close, I was going to cancel it. All right, so to sum this up, yeah, still relevant till DJI comes out with a new product at a lower price range or the same that does more than this. Because right now, as I said, there's nothing on the market. Do you know I actually broke my DJI SPARK? I broke it about a year ago in the winter time. It smashed into a wooden pole in the air, fell to the ground right on a sheet of ice, and this entire motor broke off. I just put some crazy glue. I don't know if you can see it because it's focusing on my head. Yeah, this whole thing here is just crazy glued back together, and it works fine. So my only advice to all of you, if you want a drone that's really good, low cost, to follow you with a ton of features, there's way more features in this thing. It is packed with features, to be quite honest. You know, a lot of the Mavic features are in this thing. If you want such a drone, well then check your local retailers or online and see if you can find one, because they are on sale if there's any left in stores in North America. Now, in other countries, you might be able to get these easier, but in North America, yeah, they're getting harder and harder to get. And I do expect DJI to come up with a smaller size drone sometime in the not so distant future. So that one is probably going to cost you know, maybe a little bit more than this and not do as much, but at the same time, it's going to be pretty cool because it's might be under 250 grams. So let's hope for that. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're a DJI SPARK owner and you love your SPARK, post a comment below. If you are looking for a drone for Christmas, keep searching around. Do not pay full price for this because, like I said, it might be discontinued. Look for something on sale, and there's some pretty good sales where you get the drone, the controller, some batteries for like really dirt cheap. So if you can find that, then pick one up because there's nothing else comparable on the market as of right now, October 2019. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will catch you in another video with more drone reviews. Take care. Oh, and one last thing before I go, someone's gonna ask about my skateboard because someone always does. This is a juiced board. It is a knockoff of a boosted board. Same material of the old boosted board, you know, with the bamboo bottoms and stuff. So it's like buying yourself the boosted board of the past. Very good skateboard, love it, had it for 2 years now. And it is designed in Canada, so if you're Canadian, this is a Canadian board. It can survive our cold winters. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one.